Hi there, Ken and Danny here. This is a short video about installing a new chain on the bike. It is quite simple, but if you don't know or don't remember a few details about your chain and your drivetrain, you might be doing it in the wrong way, and that could lead to a injury or just, losing your chain on the race. You don't want that. As you can see, this chain is already on its place, but in this case, this is a directional chain. We should remember about two things. One thing is that it has a outer plates and the inner plates. The outer plates are all these plates with the Shimano signs and Japan and HG-X and all the symbols should be on the outer side of the bike. So that's the right one, the outer side. If we look at the inner side of the chain, it has no symbols at all. So the first thing we should remember about here is to put the directional chain with the outer links to the right side of the bicycle. The second thing in terms of positioning the chain is to do it the best way possible, and that means to have these outer plates in the front and the inner plate in the back. We're talking here about the Shimano chain, so we'll be using a special pin in order to connect the chain, and that's the best way, the strongest way in my opinion. We're not using here a master link, so that we should have a outer plates on the one side and inner plate on the other side, and Shimano says that this will create the strongest connection possible in this system. And now very shortly about three schools of measuring the length of the chain. The first school says that if you've got a double or triple chain set here, you put the chain on the largest chain ring here in the front and the smallest one in the rear, and then when you measure the length of the chain, those pulleys should be in line with the axle of the bike. So it should be something like that. Of course, this will not work here in our 1x drivetrain, and also we are using now those Shadow Plus derailleurs, so the system is now different. So I wouldn't recommend that school. The second one is to put your chain on the largest chain ring in the front and largest gear in the rear, and then just determine that the derailleur will not be too tight. It is also okay, but there's also the third school, and I personally recommend that one, and that means the smallest chain ring in the front, we've got just one here so it's easy, and the smallest gear or the highest in the rear. And then when we are measuring the chain ring, we have to determine that the derailleur will not be completely loose, or the chain shouldn't be completely loose. So what I'm gonna do here, I have to remember also that this is a 1x drivetrain, and this derailleur will have to go all the way up to the 38 teeth. That could be even more, 40 or 42 or more. So what I'm gonna do here is just try to keep the chain just not loose but not very tight. Which links we need? I have already the open or the wider links, the outer links on the right side. So now I'm looking for the inside or the narrower links on the left side, and I would like to have my chain like that. So it seems like I have to connect this silver or outer link with this, let's say, gold or inner link right here. So let's just push through the pin inside this link. So I'm just pushing through the pin. I personally don't do it all the way, so that I could just open it, but then it also clicks onto place when I will put it on some other chain. So this is how much of the chain I had to take off. And now with the Shimano chain there comes also a special link here, a connecting link that we're gonna use just once in order to connect our chain. I just forgot to put just a little bit of my finish line oil on it. It is very easy to push it through, but it's good also to have it installed already with some lubrication inside. Always make sure that the chain is on its place, exactly on its place. I'm just using my thumb to hold it into place, and now we just slowly but firmly go into it. I've heard already one click, and when I hear or feel another one, then it means that the pin is in its place. All right, I think it just went through. All right, the pin is on its place. It's also to move it just a little bit and check whether the link is completely free. It is. And now we are just taking off the rest of the pin. In order to take it off, we may use just our chain tool. Yeah, because basically we do break it. So we've got our chain installed. And one more thing we should remember now about is never to use this pin that we just used to connect the chain for breaking the chain. So we might use any other pin, but not this one. As you can see, it's a different color, it looks different, and Shimano says that the chain would be, or the pin would be damaged if we push it through again. So this is how we do it. I do not recommend to break your chain often just for cleaning the bike or the chain. I'm trying just to keep my chain on its place without breaking it, so that the chain will be strong and it will never break during racing or training or some journeys. If you are using a quick link, just remember that some of those can be used also just once as this Shimano pin, so make sure that you follow the instructions that come with your link. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.